Hello, positive affirmation are keeping you broke. Let me explain why. Let me say something that might surprise you and even maybe irritate you a little. If affirmation worked the way everyone told you, you wouldn't still be struggling, wouldn't you? Please type yes in the comment if you have ever repeated affirmation faithfully and nothing changed. Because before you decide to turn out on this video because you think you've heard it before and it's going to be the same thing all over, just pause a little minute here. Most people are not failing because they want the wrong thing. Most people are failing because they're trying to arrive at a future their system has not rehearsed it yet. So think about it. If you are new here, my name is Sylvie Nicole Drapeau. I'm an hypnotherapist. Yes, I work directly with the subconscious. The part of that actually runs money, safety, worth, self-worth, and anything that you can think of, or imagine, or desire. And this live is for people who are smart, self-aware, motivated, and secretly confused. Confused about why nothing changed, even though they have been doing the right thing. So type stuck in the comment if you feel that you have been doing everything right, but nothing moves forward for you in your life. Today, it is not about motivation. It is not. It's about understanding how humans actually change. Here's the truth. Nobody teach us. And you will know that affirmation don't fail because they don't work or they're the wrong tool. No, it is a great tool. But, and there's a but, they fail because they are foreign. Yes, your subconscious doesn't respond to the desire that you are affirmating. You are affirmating, I want to be a multimillionaire, or I want freedom. I want to have better self-worth about myself. If in your subconscious mind, you have a total different program, different identity, different belief, your affirmation are bouncing back on the wall. They're going nowhere. They cannot go anywhere because your subconscious is the king. The subconscious is the one that creates what you have now in your life. And whatever you desire is not going to come because the subconscious mind does not work because you desire something. It won't care less what you desire. It works with what are the belief, the imprint, the saying that exist in your subconscious mind. So, my affirmation, your affirmation will never ever work and bring you or move your life the way you want. Yes, it will keep you having a positive mindset. It will lift up your hope. But at the end of the day, it is not what gives you what you want to change in your life. You see, I will be turning my life around by saying 1,000 times, I want my online business to flourish. Do you really believe that if I say that over and over and over for day in and day out for years, that it will truly happen? No. Well, if that's what you think, please write yes in the comments. Just engage and tell me truly if you believe that if I repeat 1,000 times for an entire year, I want a flourished online business, that I will get it. Let me see the comment here. Let me see. Well, nobody is commenting. Yes, you can comment. Please say what you want to say. You believe that if I repeat everything for 1,000 times as a positive statement, it will really truly happen. I can repeat, I'm wealthy, I want freedom, I want success, and nothing will happen. Because it's a desire. It is not what my subconscious embody. It is why affirmation alone don't work. They fail. And it's not your fault. And it's not because you don't do them well or you don't have the right affirmation or that affirmation don't work. They work, but they cannot override the identity that you believe, that whatever identity that you're struggling with. If your future self is not embodying yet what you want, what you desire, or the affirmation, it will bounce off and will not happen, no matter how much time you repeat it. So please say yes, you understand what I'm saying in the comments, and it truly hits you. It truly makes sense for you. You see, we are all the same. And I want to say something important here. And really think about it. I am saying this as an hypnotherapist. People sometimes assume that because I work with the subconscious, I don't have anything left to do or work on in my life. I am suddenly perfect because I understand the subconscious. I work on subconscious. So I should be able to fix my life and move on. That is so untrue. You see, once we work with a part of our subconscious that does not quite fit what we desire, there will always be something else. You see, because if you think that once we fix one thing in the subconscious, we can move on with our life. That's not how growth works. Growth isn't about fixing yourself once and it's done and over with it. It's about meeting new layer of yourself every time you expand. And what I say by expanding is every time you have one of those ha moments, every time that you have the privilege to figure out what did bring that to me in my life, why it always repeats itself, no matter what it is about. If it's about making more money and you always reach a certain gap, a certain cap of money, and then as soon as you're trying to increase it a little bit to finally have the amount that you want, boom, something happened. Suddenly, you're making the wrong investment. Someone asking you to lend them money, and you have a big heart, and you say, yes, of course I will. But then they never pay you back. I mean, no matter what it is, there will always be a situation, an event that will stop you from reaching what you truly are wanting and desiring as financial freedom. And it's not affirmation alone that will give you exactly what you want. It is somehow, somewhere in your subconscious mind, a blockage there about money, about financial freedom, about how much you should have. Maybe it's a belief that, oh, as long as we have enough, we're good. So every time you try to have more than just enough, something is happening in your life and you will repeat that over and over and over. So, what I'm saying here is that no matter who we are, no matter how far we have grown and understood our life, or even though, like me as an hypnotherapist, I have to work on my subconscious, it does not mean that I have freedom, that I have managed to work every aspect of myself that are challenging in my life. You see, because we are all human and we are all the same in a sense that I don't believe that there is one kid in this life that grew up without any problem. We all had parents, friends, teacher, an environment, a culture, a belief around us as we grew up that came and gave us a certain imprint, identity, belief. Right? So in your subconscious, you have this specificity that is related to money, let's say, and somehow maybe it's your brother, maybe it's the teacher, it's not always your parent, right? It could be anything else in your youth that made you decide unconsciously that for you, if you only had enough to go by in life, that would be the end of it. That's all that you wanted. Because if you go beyond that, sorry, it's like, wow, danger. Something terrible would happen. And it's this belief that you have created when you were a kid that still live in your subconscious mind and you're not aware about it. You don't even remember. Even if you would want to try to remember exactly where it came from, you probably won't succeed it unless you go in past regression, hypnosis, and so on. And then, yeah, we can get to that. But it's not necessary. It's actually not needed. I mean, if you really truly want, you could do it. But that's not the point. The point is being conscious that there is something. There is a layer of belief there that is not quite resolved. Yes. Yes. And that exactly is what happened to me last week. That's right. I'm an hypnotherapist. I work with the subconscious, and I still have layers of belief that are still sabotaging my life, even me. That's right. So let me tell you about it because actually it's a beautiful event. You see, I had to face a very subtle, and I mean subtle, understanding about receiving. I was kind of sabotaging my life, and it was about receiving. And I never seen it before last week. And it's not because I was not good at figuring it out. It's because in my growth last week, I was right there ready to figuring it out. Because there is also moments like that in our life where we are not quite there yet. We're not quite ready to grasp, understand, and face the truth about specific belief. And in my case, it was a belief about receiving. You see, I I came from a big family, and that changed my life. Anyway, last Tuesday, that huge haha moment was very fantastic and very, very special. And I want you to say me in the comment if you have in your life many haha moments that are for you absolutely amazing and maybe made you move forward in life. Just comment in the comment. Me, if you had one of those huge haha moments in your life. You see, I always put a stop at receiving. And it hit me that receiving was never taught to me. When I was a kid, nobody has taught me how to receive. You know, it was considered dangerous. It was like, if I receive from someone, then I owe them, and that's not good. No, because if I owe somebody else, it makes me a weak person. It puts me in danger. So I had this opening in my heart and in my mind. And right away, I went and did an hypnotherapy session to just eliminate that belief and rewrite a different script about receiving. Something that would be saying that receiving is actually good. Receiving is a sign that the universe is listening to what I want in life, and it's actually giving it to me. You wouldn't believe what happened after I had done only one session of hypnotherapy. It, it amazed me because the next day I went to the food store and it was about 5 o'clock or close to 5 o'clock. And I go and I enter and I park where I usually go park when I go to that store. Even though there was right beside a big van, and that van was not quite parked properly. So what happened is that if I parked there, I would be a little bit on the side way here where other cars would have to go by all the time. And I was not sure if I would fit properly or if I would just cause problem in the flow of how people drive. So I tried and I parked there and I figured, oh wow, we're good. And as I'm about to get out of the car, the phone ring and I answer and I'm talking. As I'm finishing my call, there's a knock on my window, and it's actually the man who drives the van beside, right? So I roll down the window, and the man is telling me, "Man, you have a flat tire." I go, what? Get out of the car, go around, and wow, yes, I have a flat tire. And I'm racing in my mind. I'm saying to myself, oh, shoot. It's 5 o'clock. It's a Friday. There's no garage around here because I live in the country. Well, I'm stuck. Wow. I'm going to have to put my spare tire. A lot of work, right? So this man looks at me and he tells me, well, ma'am, I have everything in my van to fix your tire. I have a patch, everything. And if I have to, I will lift the car. And as long as you have 2 bottles of water so I can put it on the tire and see where the cut is, I can do all the rest. And I'm like, what? You do that like this on the spot? Yeah, I do that. It gives me a little bit extra in my life and so on. And I could see from looking at him that he's not the richest man in the world, right? And he shows me that he has the patch and everything. He shows me that he has everything. And I say, wow, okay, how much would you cost? How would you charge me? And he tells me, I'll charge you $40. Wow, okay, just do it. I'll go get the bread and I get the cash out, fix the tire for me. So I have time to go inside, do that, before he could figure out where he needs to put the patch. And when I came back, he showed me the patch. He didn't fix it because he wanted to show me. He wanted me to see it properly. So I see that it's there and everything, and I said, wow, okay. And he's fixing it. While he's fixing it, he starts talking about himself and telling me about his struggles, that he was an addict on drugs and alcohol. He had a rough life, but that he changed his life, that he is not an addict anymore, neither on drug or alcohol. And it was because he had a daughter that the government gave him well, how do you call that in English? I'm not too sure anymore. But he was the one responsible to educate the kid. So he took care of this little girl who today is 30 years old and she's doing well. But that was the reason why he decided to let go and go in a rehab to get back his life. And he changed his life. And he's not the most rich person, but he's not miserable and he's getting by very well. And at the end of that, he tells me his name. And his name is Michael. And for me, it was like a hammer on my head, believe me. Because I had a brother, Michael. And he died in 2018 because he took his life. That's right. He committed suicide. And he did it because he was an addict on alcohol. And he was not able to get out of it. And no matter what was happening in his life, he never wanted anyone to help him. He didn't want to receive. And here he is. Here I am. And I'm in a parking space, a flat tire, 5 o'clock, everything is closed. And this man, who is an addict or an ex-addict, has everything to change the tire for me. And I accept without judging him, without question. I'm just happy that he is there for me and fixing my tire. And as soon as he told me his name, in my mind, it went, wow, thank you, brother. Thank you for sending me this man right here, right now. I'm happy to receive that. And then when I was driving home, I was thinking, wow, the universe is amazing. It really is giving me right away. I was able to receive. And it was like telling me, you know what, girl? You just clear up one layer about receiving that was stopping you in life from receiving whatever you wanted, right? And now that you did clear it up and reprogram your mind, I'm just sending you a message telling you we are here for you. We're here. Whatever you need, we will send you what you need. Just open up and receive. Learn to receive, and you will get it. Just like that. Then, the next day, the very next day, it was Valentine's Day. And on Valentine, I usually bring two more of my brothers for a lunch because it's their birthday. One is on Valentine and the other one is the week before. So we are there having lunch, having fun, talking, and everything is wonderful. Suddenly the phone rings. So I answer my phone. And on the other end, it's somebody that tells me, Madame Drapeau, I'm calling you because this morning it was the drawing of the contest at the pharmacy and you are the winner. And I go, huh? What? Yes, we draw the contest for Valentine's today, this morning, and I'm calling you to tell you that you are the one that won $150 at the pharmacy. We're very happy for you, and we hope you're going to be happy to come and spend in our pharmacy. And I'm like, wow. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And I'm saying to myself, Yes, ma'am, thank you so much. I will for sure go get the card, and I'm happy, and I'll be happy to spend the money in your pharmacy. Then she tells me, well, I'll do the card, and whenever you're ready, come over. We'll take a nice picture, and you can spend the money whenever you want. I said, wonderful, thank you. And I hang up. And then I'm having this lunch with my brothers and everything. And one of my brothers is Alzheimer, and well, I'm taking care of him, and he's not all healthy, but nonetheless, he's there. So he could not understand what was happening. But the other brother did understood. And I told him, well, Jean-Claude, I just cleared up some little layer about receiving 2 days ago. And yesterday, and I tell him about the story of the tire. And today, look, $150 at the pharmacy. Wow. Why am I saying that to you? Why am I sharing a moment of my life with you? Well, I'm doing it to show you that even though I am an hypnotherapist, there are still stuff I need to work on in my life. And that growth is not something that you get done with it because you worked in one part of it. Growth is an ongoing thing. Every day, every moment in your life, you will always have something that presents itself in your life. And it will give you the opportunity to go deeper, to take another layer in your belief, in your fear, in your subconscious, and just build it up, get rid of it, and reprogram it with the true life and willing that you want to happen in your life. You want to be financially free. You have got to learn to receive. Receiving is one of the components that one needs to be able to become financially free. Now, that's one of my layers. That doesn't mean it's one of your layers, of course. But all of this to explain to you that there are many, many different layers. And if you agree with that, please say yes in the comment. Tell me if it is whatever you think, if it is what happened to you. Maybe it didn't happen about money, maybe it happened about something else. But if ever you believe that there are many layers that needs to be worked on, please say yes in the comment. Say yes, and I understand that you understand what I'm saying here. Now, you see, now that we know that there are many layers into what we want to believe, and that we need to clear out those layers, one layer at a time. And not everything is done all at once, right? Self growth is an ongoing thing. And reprogramming our subconscious has to happen as we are having those aha moments, as we are discovering the layers that are sabotaging what we truly want. So, in order for affirmation to really truly work, we need to have them aligned with the identity that lives in our subconscious mind. So, you want financial freedom? You have been saying affirmation about abundance, money, freedom, but nothing has changed. There is something in your subconscious identity that is not in sync with your affirmation. And in order for you to be able to truly rip that frequency of those affirmations, you have got to clear whatever is in your subconscious that is sabotaging yourself, whatever that layer is. And believe me, as you can see it with what happened to me last week, you see it how fast it works. I had my aha moment. I did my hypnotherapy session once, only once. And boom, the next day, it started happening to me. The universe showed me, girl, we hear you. We are here for you. And we are doing this now so that you truly understand that we're here for you. So never ever doubt that you will receive, or not just doubt, but please keep it up. Open up. Open yourself. Open your belief that receiving is great. Because the more you receive, the more you can give. You see, it's an energy, it's a role that comes and goes. If I give, I can receive. If I receive, I can give. And it all depends, sometimes, and most of the time, about a little belief that needs to be tweaked here and there in our subconscious at any moment, by the way. And they work, boom, so fast, so fast. And the universe will tell you, we got you, girl. We got you, man. You are clear. And that clear about receiving is already been transformed. So now, if I were to use affirmation about receiving, that affirmation would be aligned with my identity and belief about receiving. So, please, if you want to know more, if you want to have the exact way of how you can manage to find those layers that are still sabotaging your affirmation or whatever you desire about money, financial freedom, or just a better amount of money, or whatever you want about it. You still have something to tweak about receiving the kind of money and financial freedom you want. Please just DM me truth, and I will send you what you need to understand how to reveal for yourself those little layers that are still blocking you, that are still stopping you, so that you can turn around and do those affirmations being aligned with your true identity. And I know that affirmation is a big positive energy. It's an energy that keeps us alert, happy, and really, it gives us hope. But when they are aligned to our true identity in our subconscious mind, ooh, wow, then it does miracle. So again, I invite you to DM me through so that I can send you exactly the step for you to discover how we can figure out the different layers that are still sabotaging what we want. Because manifestation and getting what we want is not about our desire. It's about our frequency. It's about our identity and what is written in our subconscious mind. That personal identity of each one of us that was created from our youth. So don't forget, growth happens anytime, one layer at a time.